Members of the jury, opposing counsel has put the utmost stress on credibility. So let's address the credibility of Reagan Thomas and the credibility of Kip Berkshire. What do we know about Reagan Thomas, other than all of the second-hand information provided by BNN? Despite all this, we know that Reagan Thomas ignored several eyewitnesses. We know that Reagan Thomas did not pursue the truth. If opposing counsel thinks that Reagan Thomas is such a high standard of credibility, then you would have saw him on the stand tonight. But you didn't, because they know that Reagan Thomas does not help their case. Now let's take a look at Kip Berkshire. Berkshire, the woman who has an undeniable bias against Drew Walton, the woman who maxed out her allowable donations to Drew Walton's opponent in the race, the woman who admitted to you tonight she did not want Walton to win that election. So when Reagan Thomas called her with the story that Drew Walton could be involved in the murder, it was like a dream come true. Of course she was going to run this story. She did not want Walton to win that election. What would stop her from running that story? But opposing counsel claims that the story did not accuse Drew Walton of murder because of ambiguous language. They present to you this still photo of the night in question that they themselves have fabricated, and they say that because this particular phrase appears here in this still photo justifies their entire report. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't know how long this phrase was here. It could have been there for a split second, and they could have taken it off. But what we do know is what Reagan Thomas said. We know that Reagan Thomas said all evidence, and we know it was not all the evidence. We know that Reagan Thomas said all signs, when it in fact was not all the signs. Opposing counsel has become the very corporation they represent. They are distorting the truth. They are trying to decide for you. Members of the jury, there is one decision left. That decision is not BNN's. That decision is yours. You must make the right decision, the proper decision, the just and lawful and correct decision. Members of the jury, you must find in favor of the plaintiff, because that is what the evidence